So I just watched a Minecraft movie and oh boy, there is a lot to talk about. Now I want to quickly say there are spoilers in this video, so if you haven't watched the movie yet, then definitely go and watch it. It's so much fun, and I think if you love Minecraft, you'll love this movie. But with that all out the way, I'm gonna start off with my general thoughts. I thought this movie was so fun. I was laughing the entire time, and generally, it was everything it needed to be. Well, at least for me. Yes, the story was somewhat basic, but I was never going into this movie expecting a masterpiece of storytelling. I'm waiting for Avengers Doomsday for that. But anyway, I went in expecting fun and Minecraft, and did it give that to me? Yes, it did. I brought my family along with me to see it, and they enjoyed it as well. My sister didn't even know anything before watching this movie, but she enjoyed it and actually wanted to learn more, which I think is a big win. But yeah, overall, this movie was such a fun ride, and I'm so glad I was able to experience it. Now, I do want to talk about the story in more detail. Don't worry, I'm not going to spoil that much, but I think the story, although flawed in some places, is actually really well thought out. But remember what I said, I never did and will watch this movie for the story. I'm there for the fun. But basically, the plot of this movie is Steve finding the Orb of Dominance and using the Orb of Dominance to go into the overworld, which is basically the world of Minecraft. He spends a while there building whatever he dreams of. He tames a dog and calls it Dennis, but eventually one day he comes across the Nether. But anyway, in the Nether, there are piglins, and they crave gold and power. And there's a specific piglin called Malgosha, which is the villain of the movie. Now, she is after the Orb of Dominance because she wants to get to the overworld and use it to make the Night Beacon, so that they don't zombify in the overworld, so that they can get more gold and finally conquer the overworld. But Steve doesn't want this to happen, so he gives the Orb of Dominance to Dennis, and Dennis makes a break for the overworld portal. Now, I'm not going to go into too much detail just so that I don't spoil everything, but somehow Henry, Dawn, Natalie, and Garrett the Garbage Man Garrison find themselves at the foot of the portal. They get sucked into the world of Minecraft and accidentally destroy the Orb of Dominance. Now, the only way to repair the Orb of Dominance is to use an Earth Crystal, and the only one in the overworld is at the Woodland Mansion. Now again, I'm not going to go into too much detail, but they eventually get the Earth Crystal and restore the Orb of Dominance to its full power. But then the piglins show up and they eventually get their hands on the Orb of Dominance. Malgosha makes the Night Beacon and she sends her full army to the overworld. Now, again, I don't want to spoil the end of the movie, but they eventually find a way to defend the overworld against the piglins. Steve has a massive showdown with Malgosha, which, it was absolute cinema. I cannot lie. I enjoyed that so much. There was also an entire subplot with Jennifer Coolidge's character having a romance with a Nitwit villager. I don't know why this was in the movie, but did I love it? Hell yeah, I did. I thought it was so funny. It was way too good. And I also got to talk about the cameos in this movie, because they were actually pretty insane. Seeing Dan, Lizzie, Aphmau, and Mumbo was honestly so crazy. Seeing them on a movie screen is so much different than seeing them on your PC screen. It's so cool that they were put in the movie. And I even wondered why they went to New Zealand, because when them four went out to New Zealand, I was kind of like, why are they going to New Zealand? Why would they be going there? Surely they're not going to be in the movie, right? But in the back of my head, I was like, nah. They have to be in the movie. There's only one reason why they would all go. And yes, some people would say, oh, well, they just went to check out the props. But they went all that way just to check out props? No way. And I was right. They're in the movie. But I also can't forget about the Technoblade cameo. This one, yeah, I don't know what to say, man. I think the only way I can describe it is absolute cinema. It was absolute cinema. And I love that they included Technoblade in the movie, because as Steve said, he is a legend. He is a legend. There were more cameos in this movie, and I think the one that caught me off guard the most was the Jens cameo. What in the world? I did not expect him to be in the movie. But thinking back on it, he was going to be in the movie anyway. Now, I also got to talk about the music for this movie, because it's really amazing. I gotta give it to Mark Mothersbaugh for the soundtrack. He did such a good job translating the simple tunes from the game into amazing orchestral pieces, along with some original tracks that really capture the vibe of Minecraft in a really epic way. 10 out of 10, man. Now I'm looking at my notes and there's just a lot of random stuff I wrote down. We're gonna rapid fire through these. So yeah, let's start with the crazy new golem that appeared in this movie. Mojang, please add it to the game. Just please, just add it to the game, or at least give us a way to make something like that, because it's way too cool, man. I also would like Woodland Mansions in-game to be like the one in the movie. Having Vindicators properly patrolling the bottom floor and having real fights in the ring, that would just be so cool. As well as Evokers on the second floor, which I know is in the game already, but at least make them do something other than wander around. That would be sick. But here is what I really want. Having the storage room move to the top level of the Woodland Mansion, as well as having an Enderman or any other powerful mob guarding the treasure. If Mojang adds this, then that would be so peak. I've also got to talk about the post-credit scene for this movie, which I thought was absolute cinema. We got the appearance of Alex, which is crazy, which is most likely setting up the sequel, which I'm definitely going to be there for. But yeah, nothing much was actually shown during this post-credit scene. I don't actually know who played Alex. Maybe one of you guys in the comments can tell me. But yeah, I thought the post-credit scene was great. I thought it was nice. And I'm definitely going to be there for that sequel. Although I was secretly hoping for a Herobrine appearance, but I mean, Alex is just as good. Now, I really like the underlying message of this movie of being creative is not a bad thing. Like, I know there are definitely people out there that get bullied for their creativity, and this movie really shows people that you should be more creative, that being creative is not a bad thing. And when you're creative, you get to show more of who you are and appreciate what's around you, and in general, just have more fun. Now, this is the part of the video that you guys have all been waiting for. What is my rating of a Minecraft movie? Now, I think I'm going to give this movie a solid 8 out of 10. I thought this movie was very fun. This is definitely a movie that you could just put on in the background or just wherever and never get bored of. It's such a funny and unserious movie, and I think if you love Minecraft and you're a Minecraft fan, then you should definitely go and see this movie. But anyway, that's where I'm going to end it for this video. Let me know in the comments what you thought of a Minecraft movie, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya!
I am Steve.